So standard deviation is measures of dispersion and little bit merit over mean deviations. It is commonly used in all statistical analysis. In statistics, the standard deviation is a measure of amount of variation or dispersion of set of values. A low standard deviation indicates that the values tend to close to the mean of the set, while the high standard deviation indicates the values are spread out over the wide range. Standard deviation may be abbreviated as SD. For the population standard deviation, we are using the Greek letter sigma. And for sample standard deviation, we are using Latin letter small s. The standard deviation of a random variable statistical population data set or probability distribution is the square root of its variance. It is also called as root mean square deviation. Steps to calculate for standard deviations in discrete data. Step 1. To find out the standard deviation, first we have to calculate the mean of the observations. So mean means the formula for that mean sigma x by n. Step 2. Find the differences of each observation from mean. That means x minus x bar. X is the observation, x bar is the mean. Step 3. Square the difference of observation from the mean. X minus x bar whole square. Step 4. Add the values to get the sum of square. Sigma x minus x bar whole square. Step 5. Divide this sum by number of observations. Sigma x minus x bar whole square by n. Step 6. Find the square root of this whole data. That means standard deviation equal to square root of sigma x minus x bar whole square by n. The sixth step is useful to calculate the standard deviations. Let us see one by one. So calculation of standard deviation. Find the standard deviation from the given data. The observations are 2, 5, 3, 4, 1. So from this data, to find the standard deviation, we have to first calculate the mean. So mean x bar equal to sigma x by n. Sigma x means the total number of observations. That means 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1. That means 15. N equal to number of observations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of observation is 5. So sigma x by n equal to 15 by 5 equal to 3. So first step mean is 3. Now we find the mean of the series, that is the mean is 3. And step 2, find the difference of each observation from mean. That means x minus x bar. X is the observation, x bar is the mean. So x is the observation 2, 5, 3, 4, 1. So mean already we calculated, that is 3. So this is the difference between observation from mean. So 2 minus 3 minus 1. Not 3 minus 2. Always you use first x, then x bar. That means first observation, next mean. So 2 minus 3 minus 1. So 5 minus 3, 2. 3 minus 3, 0. And 4 minus 3 plus 1. And 1 minus 3 minus 2. These are the x minus. Now we found x minus x bar. Then go for third step. Third step, square of the difference of observation from the mean. That means x minus x bar whole square. See the x minus x bar already we found, then whole square. I mean 1 minus 1 square plus 1. 2 square 4. 0 square 0. 1 square 1. Minus 2 square 4 plus 4. So now we found x minus x bar whole square. This is the third step. And fourth step, add the values to get the sum of the series. That means x sigma x minus x bar whole square. That means sum of x minus x bar whole square 1, 4, 0, 1, 4. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 4, 10. So sigma 10. Sigma x minus x bar whole square is total 10. Now we completed fourth step in 2 steps more for to find out standard deviation. So step 5, divide the sum of the number of observations. That means sigma x minus x bar whole square by n. Here n is the total number of observations. This is the difference between discrete and continuous frequency table. In continuous frequency table, we are using sigma f for n. So here n is the total number of observation. So total number of observation is only 5 here. So total number of observation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total number. So sigma x minus x square whole square 10. Total number of observation 5. So then step 6, find the square root. So 10 by 5 equal to root 2. The value of root 2 is 1.41. So standard deviation of this series, this observation is 1.41. This is the formula and calculated process for standard deviation for discrete table. So only we are using 6 steps for standard deviation for discrete data. Then calculation of standard deviation from continuous frequency table. So following data gives the weight of the antenatal mothers. So weight in kg and antenatal mother. 60 to 62 kgs, 2 mothers. 62 to 64 kg, 8 mothers. 64 to 66, 10 mothers. 66 to 68 kgs, 6 mothers. 68 to 70 kgs, 10 mothers. 70 to 8 mothers. And last 72 to 74 kgs, 2 mothers. So calculate the standard deviation from this continuous frequency table. So as I already told, first step we have to calculate the mean for this. So mean for continuous frequency table. So formula of calculation for standard deviation. The formula for standard deviation for continuous frequency table is, that means square root of sigma x minus x bar whole square f by n. Here n is the sigma f, not number of observation for continuous frequency table. This is the difference between the continuous frequency table and the discrete frequency table. Here n is the sigma f, whereas in discrete frequency table n is the total number of observations. So step 1, first we have to calculate the mean of the series. So for continuous frequency table, the mean formula is sigma fx by sigma f. Sigma fx by sigma f, whereas discrete frequency table for mean formula is sigma x by n. For continuous frequency table, the mean formula is sigma fx by n. So first for continuous frequency table, to find out the x value, first we have to find out midpoint is the x value. So from the continuous point, how to find out the midpoint is add the lower limit plus upper limit and divided by 2. So 60 plus 62, 122 divided by 2, 61 is the midpoint. So first we have to find the midpoint of this series. X, already we have f. F is the frequency, already we have, and we have to find out the x for this table. The x is the midpoint. So for 60 to 62 midpoint is 61. Then 62 to 64 add 126 divided by 2, 63. Then likewise the midpoint is 65, midpoint is 67, midpoint is 69, midpoint is 71, then midpoint is 73. So now we found x, I mean midpoint. So we have to find out fx. The formula for mean is sigma fx by sigma f. So first we have to find out fx. Fx means then multiply the f with the midpoint x. 2 into 61, 122. 8 into 63, 504. And 10 into 65, 650. 6 into 67, 402. 10 into 69, 690. 8 into 71, 568. 2 into 73, 146. Then we have to add the total value of fx, that is called the sigma fx. Then add the total value of frequency, that is called sigma f. So sigma f is 46, sigma fx is 3082. Then calculate the mean formula for continuous frequency table, sigma fx by f. Already we have found sigma fx is here 3082, sigma f is a 46. So 46. So 3082 and 46 is equal to 67. So mean of this continuous frequency table is 67. Now we found mean. Then step 2. So find the difference of each observation from the mean. And then x minus h bar. X bar we know 67. So x minus h bar. 61 minus 16 minus 6. 63 minus 16 minus 4. 65 minus 67 minus 2. 67 minus 67 0. 69 minus 67 plus 2. 71 minus 67 plus 4. 73 minus 67 plus 6. These are the x minus x bar. Then third step, square of the differences of observation from the mean. That means x minus x bar whole square. So we already found that x minus x bar. Now the square this x minus x bar. Minus 6 square plus 36. Minus 4 square 16. Minus 2 square 0 4. 0 square 0. The 2 square 4. 4 square 16. 6 square 36. So this is the x minus x bar whole square. Then we have to find x minus x bar whole square into f. So step 4, find x minus x bar whole square into f. So already we have f frequencies and we found x minus x bar whole square and multiply x minus x bar whole square with f. So 36 into 2, 72. 8 into 16, 128. 10 into 4, 40. 6 into 0, 0. 10 into 4, 40. 8 into 16, 128. 2 into 36, 72. So we have find f into x minus x bar whole square. So then we have to find square of sum of x f into x minus x bar whole square. That means 480. So 480 is the x minus x bar whole square f or f into x minus x bar whole square. So already we have sigma f is the 46. Then step by find square root of sigma x minus x bar whole square into f. So standard deviation formula is for continuous frequency table square root of sigma x minus x bar whole square f divided by n. So we have already found sigma x minus x bar whole square f, that is 480. Then we have f sigma f 46. Here n is sigma f. So in discrete frequency table n is total number of observations. In continuous frequency table n is the sigma f. So n is the sigma x minus x bar whole square by f divided by n equal to sigma f. So 485 46. So square root of 10.43 equal to 3.22. So standard deviation is 3.22. This is the calculation for standard deviation in continuous frequency table. And merits and demerits of standard deviation. So standard deviation is a very popular scientific measure of dispersion, and from standard deviation we can calculate skewness and correlations of data, and it consider all the item of the series, and the squaring of the deviation make them positive. So minus 1 into minus 1 equal to plus 1. We never have the negative value in standard deviations. And demerits, it gives more weightage to the extreme values. Sometimes taking square roots involves a lengthy calculation by calculating x and x minus x bar and x minus x bar whole square, then sigma f, and then square root of f sigma x minus x bar whole square divided by f. So some lengthy calculation needed for this standard deviation. These are demerits of standard deviation. So far